Hey, what's up, everyone? So, I'm a little bit late to this. I think like about 7 hours late or so. I just saw this on Twitter that Fantasy Strike finally got their game update for July. Oh, it's been a while for a Fantasy Strike update, so I'm excited. I did go through it a little bit before recording this, so I kind of have an idea of what's going on. There's a lot of new stuff coming up, as you can see on the screen. New graphics. There's some character changes as well. Some little nerfs and buffs also, which is always interesting. So I'm really excited to get into this, and I'm just gonna kind of talk about it and see, just share my opinions on the update. So let's go through. Again, I've already been through it a little bit, kind of glanced over it, but let's check it out. So game update, July 2021, July 6th, 2021. All right. So this is coming out a day late, unfortunately, but let's see. So this is a pretty big update on technical and aesthetic levels. Aesthetically, we've changed the 3D shaders. I saw a few of the screenshots. It actually looks pretty good. As well as the actual 3D models for several characters to improve their graphics. That's really cool, actually, that they're doing that they're constantly keeping up with the graphics, making sure that it's looking better every time as much as they can, at least. Also added new costumes for Grave, Jane, and Satsuki, which I've seen, and they're pretty cool, especially the Satsuki one. Love the Satsuki. Satsuki's my favorite character, so to the in-game store, we've updated our game engine to a version of Unity that's 3 years newer than the version we were using. Let's fix some long-standing technical issues with Xbox controllers, as well with fight sticks on Linux. That's awesome. Good to hear that they've been able to get some bugs fixed. We've also added a new feature on Steam that allows you to assign which controller is player 1, which is player 2. Especially important on Steam because of how we allow the keyboard to be both player 1 and player 2. Finally, there are some long requested balance changes. Yep, this is the big one, right? A lot of the community has been asking for changes to Quince, ONI, and some also to DeGrey and Valerie as well. Spoiler alert, don't think there was a bug change for Valerie. There was no nerf there was no nerfing or buffing of Valerie. I think she's basically the same aside from one bug fix. Oni, Quince, and DeGrey, though, have some changes, which I'm excited about. So new graphics. So let's go through this first because I think the graphics are actually pretty cool. So there's an image down there we'll get to. Graphics upgrade for many characters and costumes. Enjoy a new look for Grey, Satsuki, and Rook, and more. Okay, I didn't know that there was more. I didn't get to that part. So we've adjusted the shading style used on our characters. When using a cartoony style, there are often a few distinct shades of darkness and shadows. Before, we had the issue where was I got a little distracted. Before, we had the issue that the boundary between these areas, like between the shadows on the skin and the non-shadow parts of the skin, was irregular and grainy looking, worse than that. And they have done a lot of updates. If you go back to the original Fantasy Strike, before it was released, it looked a lot different than it does now. And the characters in motion, the boundaries between shading zones would, quote, swim around and appear watery rather than the hard lines you'd expect. These errors are all gone with our new shaders. Okay. In addition to that change, we also changed the actual shape and sculpt. Yeah, I did notice that. They changed actually kind of how the characters' sculpting looked for the 3D models. So they look even better with the new shaders. Here's an example with Grave. So this is the old Grave. This is the new Grave. And I do dig it. Yeah, this one, yeah, I can definitely see the updates here. This is really cool. I did open my game right before I started recording this, and it looks really good in game. Like, this still image really doesn't do it justice. You can see the updates, and they're awesome. I like how, the face looks a bit different. Yeah, just very good. Very good job, Sterling Games. Very good job. I'll show you in game a bit here as well in a bit. Notice on his chest, the crisp hard lines of shading on the new version and the grainy, blurry regions of shading on the old one. Yeah, that's true. You definitely can see that. Much more crisp. Bit grainier. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at his muscles there, his abs. Yeah, much more refined. Oh, that's so good. Like, the more you look at it, the more you realize the updates to it. That's awesome. Always good to see graphical updates. Graphics aren't the only thing that matter in a game, but I mean, people who say graphics are pointless, they're just wrong. Like having good graphics is always nice, You want to look at the game and enjoy looking at it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the old graphics as well, but hey, whenever we get graphic updates, that's always a nice thing. Notice the highlights. Yeah, this is just talking about it. The new one's face and chest have been resculpted. Yep, as you can see, the more styles. I do like the resculpt. Looks a lot better. Makes him actually look more muscular, which is pretty cool. We also extended his tattoo further into... Yeah, I was about to say, like, that was something I noticed right there. His tattoo's a little bit little bit more on his chest, which I like a lot. Yeah, just look cool. I like that. I like it when game companies like. We also extended it, you know, just it just look cooler, you know. No general reason. Just it looks cooler, which I dig. His eyes are so much better too. Like just his face, it's much more sharp, as they were saying. You can see the shadows better and stuff. Even the beard. Look at that beard. It's so much better. Like let me zoom in a bit more. Oh man, that was a bit too far. Look at that beard though. So much more refined. You can see a bit of hair there too, which it wasn't there before. The hair looks a lot better. A few more shadows. Wow, good job. Yeah, that looks awesome. The more I look at it, the better it looks. So that's always nice to see. Here's Rook. Just a bit more. He looks smoother, if that makes sense. Like he looks a lot smoother. You see here. I do kind of like this version of the Rook in a way, but I also like this. I feel like it'll look better in game. I've only seen Satsuki in game yet. I'm gonna check out them all in game as well. So Rook has suffered especially from the problem of grainy, blurry boundaries between shading zones that would swim around when he's in motion. Okay, so it looks like it'll probably look a lot better in game, and I do like it though as well. You can see the vines. The vines definitely look better. I do like the vines, how they look here. It's much smoother. It looks more realistic. Like here, they look more... I don't know how to describe it. I'm not an artist, but here it looks more sharp. I don't want to say sharp, but more fake, right? This looks more like real vines, which is really, really cool. The leaves are pretty good too. I like it. Yeah, I dig it. I dig the new Rook look. Yep, I was right. Yeah, the modeling of his vines have been greatly improved as well. Okay, I'm glad I picked that up. As you see above, the old vines were a bit of a mess. Yep. Good stuff. I'm not going to read all the stuff. So yeah, new and old. Yeah, when it's actually in game, it does look pretty good. I like it. I don't know. I just like this one. He looks more like a rock like a crumbly kind of rock, and this one looks more like a smooth rock. He's a bit lighter as well. I'm gonna check this out in game also. So Satsuki here, I really digged. It looks really good in game. Like I'll show you guys in game as well. It looks really, really good. But here's the new Satsuki. Yeah, I'm not gonna read through all. Here's the new costumes, which I'm super excited for the Satsuki one. I'm definitely gonna pick this one up. I love Satsuki costumes. Like, look at that. It's so good. So good. That's the new Grave costume, right? Yeah. Dojo champion. There's the new Jaina costume as well. Just pretty cool. There's the new Grave doing his cloud. Remember that we've taken the unprecedented step in the fighting game genre of making the gameplay of all of our characters free in online casual matches, online ranked. We hope you support us by buying a yeah, that's true. Yeah, so definitely support these guys. So I definitely have spent a good chunk of money in the game as well. Like it's, again, all of the characters are completely free. So that's always cool. And I think they even said that they're never going to make a character, you know, behind a DLC. So whenever they release new characters, they'll all be free as well. Alrighty, new feature, Steam. You can now set which controller. I think we went over this. New screen to move pictures. Yep. We intentionally made the keyboard. This makes it really easy to go into practice mode. Yep. This is just going over the controller stuff. This doesn't really affect me much, but hey, if this is your jam, if this is something that you need, that's awesome. I generally just play by myself, you know, online. So here's the cool stuff. So here comes the character changes. So Grave got a change. I was a little concerned at first because Grave's I like Grave and they nerfed him a lot before. So Grave's ground super slightly pulls back its push box during the few frames before the cinematic hit to avoid edge cases where the push box incorrectly prevents the cinematic hit. Example versus Argargar's neutral A, which slightly extends its push box such that Grave's ground super can't cinematic hit it for no apparent reason when it can easily cinematic hit idle Argarg from further away. Fine. Seems like it's more of like a bug fix kind of. I don't know exactly what this is fixing, and I've watched a lot of gameplay for Fantasy Strike, so I'm not exactly sure what was going on with this. There was neutral A, which slightly extends its push box such that Graves ground super can't cinematic hit it. Okay, so they're basically making it so that that doesn't hit as often in some edge cases. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So yeah, here's the Valerie bug fix. So it fixed the bug with her FA, which wrongly made her invulnerable to throws for some frames. So that's good. I'm glad that they fixed that bug. That shouldn't have been there, which is nice. Geiger, the 15th frame of his ground C no longer has a white highlight, which because only the first 14 frames are invulnerable. Great. Just fixing some of those little things. So here's the DeGrey changes. Ghost has a 1 second longer cooldown between uses, which I actually kind of agree with. I think that's a fine nerf. DeGrey's Ghost is very powerful, and I think having it 1 second longer cooldown, not going to make him significantly worse. Now these next changes, which I did look at, I'm a little bit more skeptical on. So Ghost no longer breaks armor. Onimaru now has some hope using his ground C against DeGrey. Rook's landslide and C throw are no longer better against DeGrey too. I disagree with this change. Personally, I think that Ghost getting through armor was really useful, and my concern with this is that Onimaru is the best character in the game, and DeGrey was kind of his only like hard matchup. And Ghost not being able to get through Onimaru's armor now, that's gonna hurt. Like that's gonna be really rough because now Onimaru has one less thing he has to worry about, which is not good. Oni definitely needs some changes. All right, ground super has 3 frames more startup, 5 frames to 8 frames. Now if he block, and again they want Onimaru to be good against DeGrey. Now if he blocks Onimaru's forward A attack and Onimaru cancels into B, DeGrey's ground super parry will not be active in time to hit it. If DeGrey tries to parry between the forward A and the B, Onimaru can press B again to hit DeGrey with a 2 damage Spirit Fire. I don't know how I feel about this. I think DeGrey's ground super was actually fine. I think the main thing that they need to change about DeGrey was just the cooldown of his ghosts. I don't necessarily agree with these changes right here. I don't think that DeGrey's ground super needed a nerf. I think it was fine where it was at. It seems like the fact that they mentioned Onimaru kind of concerns me because it seems like they're nerfing DeGrey specifically so Oni can be better against DeGrey, which I don't like because, well, Oni has no bad matchups except for DeGrey, and now you're making DeGrey worse against Oni, which is just going to accelerate the problem that Oni has in the meta. So yeah, I like this first change. First change is great. I would even maybe see a 1.5 second longer. Like take away, like don't do these 2 changes, right? Don't do these 2 changes down here, and just do make this 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds, right? And just don't do these 2. But let's go to the next one. Midori's empowered throw when Eagle is yellow. So this is his command throw, essentially, outside of dragon form. So after he gets a parry, it no longer allowed to grab and instantly destroy Quint's real illusions in 2 truths mode. It just looked too weird. I'm fine with this. It seems like they're just doing it, well, because it looks too weird, which is fine. Didn't seem like it was a big problem, but hey, I don't think this is really going to be a big issue for Midori players. And actually, it actually might be a potential buff to Midori against Quince, because now if you are already in that empowered throw mode, and Quince has his 2 truths out, you don't have to worry about your Midori grabbing the illusions, and you can just grab the real Quince in specific situations. So this might be a potential buff. Not a big buff or anything, but it's nice. So I like it. It also makes the makes the game not look weird when you're commentating and doing tournaments or just playing the game. All right, Quince fixed the sound bug with Quince's C. Dodged the question that made the initial split have no sound unless you did the forward plus C version. Cool. Bugs are always nice to be fixed. Super cooldown increased from 10 seconds to 12 seconds. I really like that change. His super cooldown was, yeah, I like this. Make it so that it doesn't come up as often in a match. His fall to the ground after doing Air C mirror is reverted to the slower fall that it was during his pre-release testing. Cool. I think that would be a nerf. So always, Quince was also a very powerful character in the game, so good to see some nerfs. His back, oh, this was the big nerf with Quince that I really, really liked. So his back A Truth Geyser. So This is the crazy anti-air that Quince has. Can no longer juggle as much. Only one additional juggle hit is possible after it now, and it can no longer bounce victims who are already bouncing. The most practical effect of this is that Quince can no longer do 3 damage against victims who are somewhat cornered. When he lands back A times 3, only 2 of those will hit now, or back A, B, A, the final A punch no longer hits. Thank you, Sterling Games. Oh, this was a big issue where Quince could just get 3 damage combos by doing 3 back A's in the corner. Like they mentioned, you could also do back A, B, A. This is a good change. Now you can only get 2 damage with his back A, which is huge, and it also does not bounce them if they were already bouncing, which is massive. So you can basically only get a max of 2 damage with his Truth Geyser, with his back A. Thank you, Sterling Games. This is a change that I definitely wanted. I would have nerfed it a little bit more, personally, with the horizontal range. I think the horizontal range is a little bit too much, but at least this is something. I like it. Developer comments, Quint seemed a bit too good, especially over time. I'm not going to read this. These nerfs will leave intact most of why he's good, but they are kind of minor. Yeah, they do see these patch changes overall seem to be more minor changes rather than massive changes. The big massive change patch that we had before was the one with Geiger, where they nerfed a lot of Geiger, nerfed a lot of Grave. But this patch seems more just minor changes, which are great. But I kind of like Quince wasn't the main issue in the meta. It was mainly Onimaru. So here we get to Onimaru. His back A sweep has more pushback so that when you cancel to C Divide and Conquer on block, it no longer forces the opponent to block 3 times total, which guard broke them. All right, so I'm assuming this is the nerf that will make it so that you don't have the DNC loop anymore, which was an infinite combo with Onimaru. Thank you, Serlin. I'm assuming that this means that infinite combo is gone, or at least harder to, like, you can't get it for free anymore. Awesome. This was a big problem. Even Onimaru players, like big Onimaru players, thought that the DNC loop should be gone. So this isn't just me saying, like, everyone wanted DNC loop gone, even Oni players. That was a really big issue with Onimaru. So thank you for nerfing that. Reverting Onimaru's in a hitbox to the older version, that was not great. Anti-air, it still has reasonable hitboxes to hit a jumper, but not Dragon Punch like immunity that he's had for the last few months. The point of this change is so he has to save his super for more for anti-air rather than being free to use the super for Dragon Punches only. Good. Yes, the NA was a fantastic anti-air, which basically gave Onimaru, like they mentioned here, gave him a free anti-air without having to use his super. And it still can do pretty decent to hit a jumper. It's just not as good. Good nerf. I like this nerf. I like this nerf a lot. Very awesome. And they don't mention why. So this is a big issue that I actually don't think that they've nerfed Oni enough. I'm sure Oni players may disagree with me. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. But it's my opinion. So I think Oni should have been... My light freaked me out for a second there. I think Oni should have been nerfed a lot more than he was. I definitely like that the DNC loop is gone. I like this nerf on the NA as well. Maybe it's enough. It might be enough. This might be what Oni needed. We'll just have to wait and see how the meta evolves with this, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. Like, my main issue with it, I suppose, is the fact that they made DeGrey worse against Oni here. Now, to be fair, they made DeGrey worse against any armored character, right? Because now DeGrey is worse against, for example, Midori, Dragon Form. He's worse against Rook, and he's worse against Onimaru. He's worse against anybody that has armored moves now, which is really, really rough. Like, this hurts. This hurts DeGrey a lot. Ghost no longer breaking armor. That's a big hurt for DeGrey, because that means that command throws from Dragon Form Midori and from Rook, including his ground super, just hit DeGrey now, as well as Divide and Conquer, which, like, this doesn't affect DeGrey against other matchups that don't have armor, but like all 3 of those characters that have the armor, it's like DeGrey's just gonna... I don't think you pick DeGrey now against Oni, like, ever. Yeah, DeGrey's just, like, garbage against Onimaru now, which is an issue. because Onimaru's only bad matchup was DeGrey. So yeah, I really disagree with these two changes. The ghost cooldown I like. Yeah, I like a lot of this patch. The only main stuff I don't like are these two changes. And I think you know, honestly, I'm fine with the Quince changes. I don't think Quince needed major nerfs. Like this back A was really good. I like it. Overall, I'm happy with the patch with the character changes. I just think that Oni maybe needs a little bit more nerfing still, but I could be wrong. Like these two changes, like this DNC loot being gone now, that's massive. And then his NA not being as good of an anti-air is also pretty massive, because this actually, what this may mean is this might mean that Valerie can actually more easily jump in on Oni when he doesn't have his ground super, which is really, really good actually. I'm wondering if the, I don't know if so they're making it not a good anti-air. I wonder how it affects Valerie with the rainbow. So if you sign Magenta Rainbow, I wonder if that's actually going to, if you can still NA the rainbow. I assume you can. But if you can't, then now Valerie has a really good option against Oni when he doesn't have a super. But yeah, I think Oni need a few more changes. I don't want to speculate on what those changes might be here, but I'll leave it at that. There's some stuff for Boss Rush. I have not gone through any of this. I don't play Boss Rush much, but if you guys do play Boss Rush, here's your changes. I used to play some Boss Rush. I haven't played it in a while though, but maybe I will play it now. But yeah, cool that they're still working on Boss Rush. Some miscellaneous changes. Oh, we get a Russian language now. That's cool. Fix the bug with the right side player choose side of the character select that caused normal maps to be inverted for some of the costumes. So these are just some bug fixes. Okay, cool. Always cool to see that. All right, let's check out some of the game actually now. Let me go over to guys. Yeah, so check this out. Satsuki looks so good in game, right? Like, look at this new model. That's amazing. You know, so I was talking a little bit about the actual character change, but like the actual model, like this patch is huge for graphics. Like, look at this beautiful beauty. I'm super excited because anniversary tournament, end of month. So always cool to see that. Let's check out some of the other ones. So DeGrey got, wait, oh, Geiger got changed too. I feel like that looks different. Maybe it's just my imagination. Jaina looks different. Rook looks really good in game. Yeah. Did they update all the models? It said and more, right? Let me check the patch again. They said that they did and more. I don't know if they specified though which ones. Did they specify which ones? New graphics. Graphic updates for many characters and costumes. Enjoy a new look for Grey, Satsuki, Rook, and more. I don't know what the and more is. I should have maybe asked on Twitter or asked someone to see what the and more is. Yeah, Leonsis is not online right now, I don't think, so I can't just quickly message him. But yeah, so I don't know who the and more is. But if I had to guess, it looks like Jaina's got an updated model. That looks different. Geiger looks different. Satsuki, Rook, we know. I'm not sure about Lum. Lum might be different. I'm not sure though. I haven't looked at Quince or Oni much. I think I think Quince and Oni are the same. DeGrey? Is DeGrey different? I'm not sure. I think Midori's maybe different. I don't know. Valerie, is that the same? I don't know. I'm really bad with like noticing this. But Jaina looks different, and Geiger look different. Yeah, Jaina and Geiger definitely look different. Maybe that's just my imagination, but they definitely look different. All right, let's check out the four. There's the red one. Oh, there's the. I'm gonna get it. Do I have the? Oh, I can gift costume. That's right. Have it? I'm gonna buy it. Buy this. Give me that. Ooh, the Stealth Midnight Archer. So good. Yeah, I definitely think they updated the model for Jaina. I'm gonna get this as well, actually. I dig that. I really dig this skin. I like how it's sleek. It's a lot sleeker than some of her other skins. Like a lot of her other skins are very flashy. So I dig that it's a little sleek. And I like that they have the little Fantasy Strike logo here. That's pretty cool. There's the new Grave one. I think I wanna. I'm hoping that they have other colors for this. I'm assuming they do. Wait, did we get an? Oh, we got a new skin. This is new, right? Yeah, dark blacksmith. That's pretty sick. He looks like a dwarf. I like it. I dig this new skin for Midori. Cool. Awesome. Good stuff. All right, let me. I want to see what Rook looks like in game here. Actually, let me just do his base skin. Let's keep it the light color. Oh, whoa, is that new? Dark green? I feel like I've never seen that color before, but that looks super slick. Oh, that's good. I don't think that color is that must be new, right? I don't play much Rook. All right, let's see. I want to see like how the movement, because they did mention that the movement for Rook has been updated, like the. Yeah, I do like how this looks in game. Look at that. The actual earthquake looks really good too now. Ooh, yeah, I do like this new graphic for Rook. I wasn't a believer when I saw it just out of motion, but this looks pretty slick actually. I dig that. Okay, I dig it. Let me check out Satsuki as well. And did they update all the? Oh, that's different. That goth skin is different. I know this because her hair was not those colors. Oh, wow. I love this update. Yeah, I know her hair was just black, right? Before? Am I insane? I'm not insane, right? I'm pretty sure Satsuki's goth skin for the casual student, or goth color for the casual student, did not have that hair color, and I dig it. I feel like the eye color is different too, and the lipstick. The lipstick was black, right? I dig this though. I dig that new color. What about the masked fox? Did we get anything new with that? It looks better. Yo, I dig what Serlin Games did with this patch. All right, let me. I want to see how she looks in game. Yeah, they definitely did. Oh, I really love the Satsuki. It looks really good. Oh, look at that. That looks so good. Oh, I like this. Oh, I really like this patch. I really like this patch, I have to say. Oh, wow. I'm garbage. Gotta stop commenting. I need to play in more tournaments. Yeah. Oh, I really like how she looks now with the actual colored hair. I dig it. I dig it. Satsuki's my favorite character, so I love it when I get new Satsuki stuff. Yeah, she looks really good. So does Jaina. Yeah, I feel like Jaina got an update. I could be wrong because maybe I'm blind, but yeah, Jaina looks like she got updated as well. Yeah, I dig it. I dig the patch. Good job, Sterling Games. I do dig the graphical updates. That's some pretty cool stuff. Maybe Oni did get a change. Does he look different? I don't ever play Oni. I think Oni is one of my least played characters in the game. Let me just check all seasons. Yeah, Oni. I only have 3 hours. He's my second least played character. That's why I hate him so. Now I love Oni. I just don't like the meta that he created. But no, overall the patch, I dig it. Like, yeah, I'm excited to see what the meta is gonna be now that Oni got some nerfs. Like, DNC loop doesn't seem to be a thing anymore. Quince cannot easily get 3 damage combos on you anymore with back A. He's not as good at anti-airing, Oni that is. Let me pull back up the patch notes here. Scroll down to the character changes. Yeah, so great. Yeah, so they changed some stuff with Grave, but that, like, the Grave change, the biggest changes that matter is the DeGrey changes. Excuse me, hiccups apparently. DeGrey changes, Quinch changes, and Oni changes. Those are the big ones. I'm a Valerie player, so I'm happy they didn't nerf Valerie. Valerie's a very good character, so I'm very happy that they didn't touch my girl, touch Valerie. But yeah, the Oni changes, the Quinch changes, and the DeGrey changes are massive. I mean, this is gonna. I think DeGrey's still gonna be good. He's probably gonna still be really good character. He's just not gonna be as good of a character against Oni, Midori, and Rook anymore. The fact that his ghost doesn't get through armor is really big. Like that, it is massive. You know, Ghost getting through armor was one of the strongest parts about Quint. I'm sorry, about DeGrey. Excuse me. And also his ground super has a longer startup now as well with 8 frames, which is, that's brutal. They really brutalized DeGrey, I feel like, at least in some matchups. It's not going to matter. Oh, I wonder if that frame startup is going to affect his ability to deal with Valerie. Ooh, hold on. Let me pull up my game real fast. Let's test this. So if we go to practice mode. Oh, yeah, they definitely updated Valerie's model. Yeah, this looks so much better. I feel like this looks a lot better because I am a Valerie player and this looks better. Oh, I dig it. Okay. Let me get DeGrey up here. Oh, that's right. I don't have any of his. DeGrey. Let me go into, where's the training dojo? Master's dojo. Okay. So I'm curious if Cyan Magenta Rainbow will get like, I'm wondering if the ground super from DeGrey will actually deal with that now. So I need my dummy to always block. His stance should be stand. After block stun, I need him to use super. Whoops. Not what I want to do. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. Whoops. I can test things. Okay, so that looks like it still works. What's my button to reset? I don't know if I do have a button for that. I never used the training mode, guys, so. What happened to my webcam? Oh, I went to press F. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so he can still get past that. Now, I do wonder if I could do something like... Well, that never worked, so... What about... That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't think that ever worked. Did that ever work? Maybe that worked. I don't know if the forward one ever worked. Let me try something. Let me make him never block. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. I need him to... After hit stun. So that still works. Okay. I wish I knew the button to reset. Maybe there isn't. So that never worked. That never worked. Okay. So this doesn't really change much about the DeGrey and Valerie matchup. But yeah, the fact that the Ghost doesn't get past the armored moves anymore, that is... Oof. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I'm not even really much of a DeGrey player, but I don't think DeGrey needed that much of a nerf, personally. My opinion. My humble opinion. But yeah, no, overall I like this patch. I like they nerfed a bit of Oni. They took away the DNC loop. They nerfed his neutral A. They nerfed Quince's 3 damage combo. They nerfed the 2 characters I wanted to be nerfed, which were Quince and Onimaru. And then they did nerf the part of DeGrey that I felt was fine to nerf. DeGray's change is fine. Valerie's bug fix is good. The big graphic changes, and we get new costumes as well. Like, yeah. Overall, I like the patch. Good job, Sterling Games. I'm hoping that the Quince and Oni changes are enough. And we'll see. Maybe they are. Maybe these are what they needed to change. And I could be wrong. Maybe we don't need any more. Maybe this is what we needed changed. My concern, though, is that DeGrey is just not as good with... But I'm kind of repeating myself at this point. Overall, I like the patch. I really dig the new graphic changes. Like, I didn't expect new costumes and graphic changes. So... I'm very excited about the new costumes and graphic changes. That means for the anniversary tournament and for future tournaments that I run, we're going to have some better costumes, better graphics, better shading, better models. That's always a plus. It makes the viewing experience better and just the playing experience better. So that's really cool. I really dig it. Yeah. I like it. I like the patch overall. Good job. I had a few things that I thought, but yeah, overall good patch. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff that YouTubers are supposed to say. So thank you, thank you all for the subs. If you're also new here, I run tournaments for Fantasy Strike every single Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Links will be below. Anniversary tournament, July 24th, right? 24th? No, 25th. Nope, 24th. Man, I remember my own tournament. Yeah, anniversary tournament, July 24th. There's going to be a $100 prize. It's free to enter. Definitely check that out. I'm really excited for that one. We're going to have other commentators on, like Jordan. If you know Jordan, Remy, Mr. MKL, Izzy Flo. So lots of people coming on for the commentary. I'm really excited for it. Definitely go join that tournament, July 24th. It's the 2-year anniversary. And we got new changes now, so it'll be interesting to see how the meta shifts before the tournament comes up. Also, every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, I run 3v3 tournaments for Fantasy Strike, so check those out. But with that, this has been more longer video than I was intending. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll be sure to make sure the timestamps are there so you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. Thanks so much, everyone. I really do appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.